can do. Selling me Regalazzo today. I have no insurance. I have no insurance. I have no insurance. I have no insurance. I have no insurance.
Everybody, thanks for checking out the Chris Gethard Show podcast. It's really cool that you're checking this out.
We're about to do, I think, the dumbest show we've done in years.
His life would be trashed!
And you better believe I'm trashed.
We are scrappy trash people.
What's the point of this show? I just turned it on.
We've always been with this show.
We've always been trash people. We will always be trash people.
It's true.
This doesn't feel real.
Hello and welcome to Post Show, the show where we celebrate a show, that show, hosted by Chris Gethard, the show that had a bit that was described as a Twin Peaksy nightmare, but in a good way. I'm Fluval, Grand Triviamaster of the Grand Aquarium Empire, and with me as always is We Are Trash People's goddamn Emily Pineapple.
It's a spell!
It is a spell! There's no more piss in any of your sheets!
There's no more piss in any of your sheets!
Your sheets are all clean now. And there's a cat.
And there's cat. And there's cat.
Yes.
Her name is Quesadilla.
This is Quesadilla. We did not name Quesadilla.
That's fair.
Quesadilla was inherited, so the studio is not encompassed in Josh Gondelman's joke.
The studio cannot be held responsible.
No, we are not responsible for that joke. But friends, it was another That Show hosted by Chris Gethard, and the lineup was Chris Gethard, co-host Tremaine Austin, Burger Jones, Maria Randazzo as Hidden Valley Nance.
Amazing.
Julian Hernandez as Juby the Wizard, which was incredible.
Incredible.
Who
else?
Brittany Carney.
Yes.
Brittany, because then there was the break, so that's why it's longer. And then Brittany Carney, who was great and who appeared on an episode of Mary Houlihan's Painting Party, like one of the early episodes, the first Halloween special. And then there was Josh Gondelman, who described himself as if Seltzer was a guy and has having the energy of a male WNBA fan. And then Nico Cataneo did a whole joke where he promised, where he promised to subvert your expectations 19 times.
And he did.
I'd say he delivered. He
delivered. Fluval.
What?
Look at how Batman-y she looks.
This is how she always looks. She's always on like a gargoyle.
Like she's just looking
or
down
the Batman
into
alongside
darkness.
a gargoyle.
I mean, what is Batman but the billionaire gargoyle of our time?
And this cat's not a billionaire. So actually, in some ways, better than Batman.
I mean, in many ways. Batman doesn't curl up all cute.
I mean,
like,
Selena would
he doesn't
disagree.
sit next to me while I work. He doesn't
true.
curl up on my desk.
He doesn't scratch intern Forrest for the sin of using his mouse that was next to where she was sitting.
He doesn't scream at me from a screen door while I'm working outside.
He doesn't yell at other cats who live here and have lived here longer through said screen door.
Nope, none of those things.
He doesn't break a box you've had since childhood for the fun of it.
I think that was the earthquake. I think that might have been the earthquake.
Which earthquakes?
The earthquakes.
Because there's multiple where you live on Earth.
Yes, I'm here in the studio now.
Right
thank
now,
God.
yes. You're
Please don't put
puppeteering.
me back there.
Don't worry,
the
I will.
earthquakes. I'm not too chuffed about, but like,
You're not too chuffed about
I'm
it?
not too chuffed about it.
You're not chuffed about it, are you?
I'm not chuffed about it.
You're not
I'm
chuffed about those earthquakes?
Not chuffed. I'm not.
I'm not chuffed at all.
Just for many reasons, I'd prefer to not go back to Earth. But speaking of Earth, Fluval, what did you think of tonight's That Show with Chris Gethard?
I enjoyed it. I was surprised. It was interesting to see how it was booked out because it really was like
half stand-up, half
it was more than half stand-up
weird
actually.
shit. But the weird shit was like a real high level of
Yeah,
weird.
like
it really dominates.
Like Hidden Valley Nance and Juby really dominate, and then Nico really dominate like my takeaways from the show. Like it was cool to finally see Hamburger Jones because Gethard has talked about him for so long.
And it was cool seeing club
And
comedy.
It was really cool to see that a club comic can do well
oh yeah.
on that show. And like of course
Like
they
you can tell like that
he's a pro.
been doing this every fucking night for the past like 30 years. Like
I mean, and the fact that
he can very easily read the crowd. He has a million things.
He succeeded at the Peppermint Lounge.
He
The
succeeded
toughest room in comedy.
at the Peppermint
And as
Lounge.
Geth
Is
said-
that why Geth brought it up?
Yeah.
Okay, I had no idea why Geth just started talking about
No,
the
it's
Peppermint
because-
Lounge. That's why I asked.
Yeah, it's because I assumed you heard that. So that's
No,
why I, was a
I
little-
didn't hear that part. I was
That's
like,
why I was
why did
like, what do you
Gethard
mean?
let's just like share that story?
And it was because Hamburger Jones he came up in the Def Jam scene. Like he was a Def Jam comedy comic. And Def Jam.
Sick. I was like, I was just waiting for Gethard to like bring it together with anything we just saw, and he had been doing it the whole time.
The Peppermint Lounge.
I doubted the Kingpin. I should not have.
So Def Jam, before they'd like give you an album or anything, made you perform there because it was the toughest room in all of comedy. It was known as that back in the day.
Fair enough. You know.
And then I loved. It was so cool seeing Maria Randazzo do something so different from her like Sal character and some of the other things we've seen her do before on that show. So she was Hidden Valley Nance, which was a drag bit where she was a harried mother.
Yes.
Who was doing too much and making dinner to the soundtrack of the Beef It's What's for Dinner Tonight song. And then it was done in complete silence except for the soundtrack. And then she made salad for the crowd and tried to offer salad to the crowd. And then, oh no, she forgot dressing. So she ripped her shirt off to reveal underneath she had a bra with Hidden Valley Ranch bottles pointed out like her titties and squeezed them to garnish.
Well, they were always kind of drippy.
They were drippy the whole time.
Which was great.
And then she squeezed the ranch into the salad and then offered that to the crowd. And it was revealed that Jersey Dave made the bra, the ranch dispensing bra, and tested it out. How to test it out? By wearing it himself and squeezing them out of those teats.
That was the first bra he's ever worn.
And Josh Gondelman called back to it in his set saying, oh man, I was going to do that. Yeah. But Maria did it first and did it better.
But yeah, very impressed with her physical transformation.
Yeah.
Abilities.
And so before the show, it was hyped out with Catherine Davis, who's a clown, dancing around with glow sticks, which were promised to be intense visuals.
Which I loved.
I
loved
loved
that it was a big glow stick
It
party.
really proves, as Geth said on the 24-hour stream, clowns roll deep.
They roll deep.
And it's really cool seeing the BCC connection manifest itself over time. Because Julian Hernandez, who is Juby, is also a higher up at the BCC. And of course, Riley teaches clowning at the BCC too.
Welcome, Wiz.
Welcome, Wiz.
Wiz, did you just see that show with Chris Gethard? There were some clown bits, and one of them had a wizard.
Yes, Juby was the wizard.
Juby was the wizard.
Who first came
Did
out
you
as a
see
mysterious figure
the
clad
wizard?
in fur
Wow.
with glowing red eyes.
Let's tell you about Juby. I thought that it was going to be like a Mothman thing.
I
But
did
it was
too.
all in darkness except for the glowing red eyes. And they just flitted around the audience and stole things.
Yeah, they stole
from
things from the
people.
pockets of audience members.
And then brought up the lights and was like, behold, I have not stolen from you the things of life. Sustenance. Sight.
Well, and one of the things they stole was someone's wallet.
Yes.
And then as the lights were coming back on, the person whose wallet they had stolen leaned forward and took it off the stage. And so Juby was like, oh. And you could hear Geth go, right as the wallet was stolen. He was just like, ha, 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 ha. It was so good.
They were amazing. They had like a double flute that
around their neck.
And we did a spell.
Yes.
A spell.
Sash.
Sash.
Sasha. Sarsha Ronin. Sasha Baron Cohen.
It was really good.
And those are the yin and yang. Mm-hmm. And the audience had to pick who wins. I didn't hear who won. And then they used their cane, which was also a flute, to perform a ritual that sounds a spell, which sounds suspiciously similar to Old Lang Syne, which was used to clean the piss from the bedsheets of the crowd.
Yeah, so they did a really good job.
Yeah.
They were so delightful. Absolutely, like,
They also performed, brought up one of the audience members to be their apprentice.
yes.
And he had to return all the objects to people.
Mm-hmm.
And Juby...
It was so whimsical.
It was very whimsical.
While being very, like, still, like, extremely funny and still very, like, comedy heavy, but, like, you couldn't really see where the jokes started, so you never knew when suddenly it was going to be a punchline, and that was like a magic trick, honestly.
It was very much yes, you are a clown who knows Riley Soliner.
Yes.
Like, not like, not like I don't know how they're connected, but like, obviously they know each other because Riley teaches clowning at the BCC. And it was like, this is just so whimsical and fun. And Julian Hernandez, who I bring up for no particular reason, is part of K, the Spanish improv group who is at the 24-hour live stream, which is all Spanish language and has one member who doesn't speak Spanish at all.
Yeah.
And Tremaine, who is Geth's co-host, used to hang out around the Gethard show as an 18-year-old. And then said he stopped going because he got happier, but also because he was 18 and couldn't get into the bars that were the rap party. Geth was like,
Geth had a very pointed story. I felt like it was
very
pointed.
It was pointed.
It was very like, yeah, you were like this 18-year-old kid like hanging around my shows, and I was always like, like, hey, welcome. And then you were 18, so I walked away.
Yeah.
Like, he was very like, you were 18. Like, we didn't have anything else to talk about. Like, why would...
And then years later, they connected because Tremaine Austin's killing it in improv. And Geth was like, we gotta do a 2-man show together someday. And they're both pretty sure that someday they'll be artistic partners on some great piece of art, but neither of them knows what it will be.
Oh, Cassidy is so mad that she doesn't get to go where your mouse is.
I know. I'm gonna have to, I'll have to put an object there. We're intern forest
We're
mouses,
intern forencists.
Florences? You used to have a co-host with that same name. I don't know why it's so hard for you. And then Hamburger Jones described the vibe as like Ringling Brothers meets SNL.
Yeah.
Which, like, I really think that... Oh, Intern Forest and the Meow Sheen. I really think Geth should use that tagline of Ringling Brothers meets SNL.
I agree.
Because, like, that really is... I mean, it's more like Ringling Brothers meets the Comedy Cellar, but not as full of sex criminals.
Yeah,
and so
way fewer...
Might even be none. And
might even be none.
I mean, no, it's a lot to ask for comedy.
I don't know. Proportionally... Just like, I mean, there's a whole audience there.
Oh, I meant the crew and like the performers, not the audience. Who knows about them?
Statistically,
there's probably
one. Can't know anyone well. There were 40 people running around naked in that last sketch.
That's true. You're right. But I really liked getting to see that because Tremaine knew nothing about it, and so it was very fun. It's like, oh yeah, you did know the Gethard show. You're just rolling with having no idea what's happening.
I like how he's also like, I mean, he's like a fan of Gethards, but he's not like a Gethard fan. So like he was truly baffled.
Yeah, he's someone who
many of the things.
He's someone who hung around the Gethard show, but like isn't a Geth head.
Yeah.
Necessarily. And so I think that was really cool. I always like when Geth has people who he's had connections to for a long time, but aren't like, ride or die Geth heads in that way.
Yeah.
And
I really like that, and it's a way of sort of seeing into the comedy scene of New York, which is really special and something that was always very special about the Gethard show.
Oh, absolutely. And it was really funny with Gethard being like, I feel like I'm not they're not like impressed by me. Like, I feel like I'm disappointing you every time you look at me, but not in a bad way. And I was like, oh man, that classic Gethard's still in there, I guess.
Yep.
Poor Geth. I think I was like, I hope that's, the guy was like, I hope that's not what I'm giving off. Like Tremaine was like, I don't mean to give off that.
It's like, no. That's just Gethard's like.
Well, it's also like, no, Gethard is saying that. I know it sounds like he thought you were being mean. He means that as a good thing. I like Brittany Carney's set a lot.
Oh gosh,
her
she's
set
so
was
funny.
about turning 37 and how growing white hair makes you feel like Obama without the leadership. And how growing a white pubic hair is real Gandalf territory.
It is.
And her Instagram is brittany.goblin.carney. So she really feels like someone that the people who watch this show would like. Oh, there's the actual, like, and Geth really praised the hell out of her.
And we saw her on,
I already said that. Mary Houlihan's painting party.
Yeah.
She was on the first Halloween special back in 2020.
Yeah, which is so exciting. And I think I've also seen her maybe on TikTok.
You probably have.
Because, well, some of her, I don't know, the vibe. The vibe was similar to something I've seen before. There weren't, like, specific jokes. I'm too face blind, but I feel like I've seen her.
Well, let's take a look at her site then. Brittany is a comedian, actor, and writer based in New York City. She began stand-up in D.C. and now tours nationally as a growing headliner.
Ooh.
Vulture magazine has listed Brittany as a comedian you should and will know.
Oh, that sounds like a threat. I like that.
She opens for headliners including Gary Goldman, Stavros, Moshe Kasher, and Todd Barry. She wrote for Teenage Euthanasia.
Liz's favorite person, Stavros.
I know. She wrote for
Guy who went to high school with a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Across the country.
Yeah, our friend is always like, oh, I know Stav, I love him. And I'm like,
I knew him in high school.
Maybe it was college.
30 years ago.
It might have been college or high school, but she does not know him really anymore, but she's always so excited. And I'm like,
She's Stavros. I was in his vicinity
my
20
very,
years ago.
Pro-union friend, to be clear. So
that's how we know she hasn't spoken to him. We're like, oh.
But yeah, she was in All Jane in Portland. Riot at the Kennedy Center. So she's done Sketchfest multiple times. So that's probably part of it too.
Sick.
Might have seen her somewhere. You can just book her. She has a whole booking email.
Hell yeah.
Sentient comedian.
Sentient comedian.
We need those. Yes. There's a real overabundance of non-sentient comedians in the vicinity of the Comedy Czar.
Oh yeah, when he had us give it up for AI, Nico did
that was
at the
so
end
funny.
was very funny.
I was just shit-talking the Austin comedy scene. Nico... Oh, also, wait, let's look at...
Well, so have we...
Well, let's look at Julian Hernandez's website, too, if we can find it, because...
And that's the wizard? Juby.
Oh, his website is juby.nyc.
Yo.
This is I don't know how active this is, but he's a comic, a clown, and a boy. Or Julian's been a clown at least since 2019. Bingo, you reached the bottom. Yahoo! And the Yahoo is a link to yahoo.com.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. And then these are all videos he made under the name Juby.
Hi, welcome to Juvie. We're here in Africa. So excited to be here. Just saw a kill.
What is this? This is actually the new season of Juby.
Where are you?
I'm sitting right next to you.
Oh no, like when are you going to be on the screen?
I thought I must have told you I got canceled. Remember?
Oh, you got canceled? What did you do?
No, like they can't, like they fired me. Like they don't, like I don't do the show anymore.
Oh, right. So actually I had this idea for your Juby show that you do.
I was just telling, I don't do that anymore.
It's like a gag or like a bit, you know, like a bit, what a bit is? It's like, no, it's a sketch.
Okay, sure.
It's a sketch about a,
sure, yeah.
It's a sketch about a guy who, he says sopping wet all the time.
Sopping
the word
wet?
sopping wet.
The word sopping wet over and over?
Yeah, like imagine I walk in and I'm like, oh, it is raining outside and I am sopping wet. And then you're confused and you're looking at me and you're like, sopping wet? You're sopping wet right now? And I'm like, yeah.
I think
so I'm just going to say sopping wet again and again?
Yeah, because I think it's funny, like no one should have to hear the phrase sopping wet so much.
So your idea for this whole bit is
Fluval, I
that
think
someone's
you just
just
created
going to,
some
like, just
problems.
sopping wet this
What do you
and
mean?
sopping wet that.
Yeah.
Who's sopping wet?
None of us are sopping wet,
Tried
Zach.
to psychically
look like
remove
any-
the cat
no.
from where the cat
Christ,
wanted to be, but
the
I
thing
think
I
the
was
cat was
explaining
walking
to Julian
through.
is like a sketch about like a guy who says sopping wet all the time.
Sopping wet?
Yeah, like he'll come
My
in
mouse
from
doesn't
outside
work
and he's sopping wet, and he's like,
anymore.
guys, he's to his friends, he's like, I'm sopping wet right now, but none of them have ever heard of sopping
Yeah.
wet.
Oh, now it
His
works.
friends have
Oh,
never
good,
heard
Fluval.
No,
the phrase
I can't.
sopping
No,
wet?
Yeah, like why not?
Fluval,
Like
you
he has to
created
say,
more
like, I'm sopping wet.
problems than
He,
she
she,
would
it
have.
is
Oh, now
sopping
it
wet.
works.
Okay, yeah. I get it.
Is this
Yeah,
one of the
a little
forced
funny.
videos?
What do you
I 100%
Julian,
stopped
you're
paying
gonna do that
attention as soon as the
sketch.
cat jumped on
Yeah,
the desk.
I did too.
Let's
Let's look at his more recent
We need
work.
to. Yeah, this is not a respectful way to engage with this material.
No,
Unfortunately,
it
I'm
was
sorry.
until the cat
It was
distracted
until
you.
we stopped paying any attention, and then it just started happening. Okay, no, let's look at his other stuff.
So for the New York Comedy
I just want
Festival,
the kitty to come sit here.
well, intern Forrest wants to not get attacked just for using his mouse. So, Juby is a clown and absolute shithead who can't figure out exactly how to be a person. With songs, friends, and jokes of all shapes and sizes, Juby puts together a variety show that begs the question, what if a comedy show was funny? You'll see music, characters, and all kinds of freaky, funny guys. I guarantee it. Life is long and there are so many opportunities to laugh. I do think that messed up. That following up messed up intern Forrest's mouse, though. He seems to be having some trouble with it.
The force of your psychic blast
Yeah,
is what moved it, Fluval, not the cat.
I don't agree.
You see, H-Dub, the cat's almost here. We're talking about clowns. We just saw some great clowning.
Yes, because Juby, a.k.a. Julian Hernandez, was on that show, hosted by Chris Gethard. And Geth asked someone in the audience what it was like watching Juby after taking an edible.
Hey.
And they said, a dream, though it did become a Twin Peaksy fun nightmare.
It was magnificent.
It was so good.
They came on. There was no trivia tonight.
Oh, there is no
know.
trivia tonight, but we're talking about that show hosted by Chris Gethard. And also, we're being forced to show a couple of videos.
Oh.
And I think we have to show the first one of those now. It's an
And
educational
hopefully
film.
There will be a creature for you.
It'll definitely talk about creatures.
Hello, I'm Gary Greenwald, and today we're back with Phil Phillips. Phil's a young man who's done an expose on occultic cartoons and toys that have come into our stores.
We're looking at Yoda right now, and Yoda was called the Zen Master. Of course, this was based on Zen Buddhism. He is a three-fingered, three-toed beast, so he has the two fingers and the thumb, which from my information means Satan is Lord.
E.T., the extraterrestrial. What can we say about him?
Well, I think one of the things they tried to do on this movie is to make people accept that there's more Christ than just one. You know, many times at the Hindus, and they believe that there's a multiples of Christ, and they come at different occasions at different times. And so I think that's what happened in this movie. It was a falsification of Christ coming to earth. and trying to get us to believe that, hey, you know, if E.T.'s an alien and he came down and he did all the things that he did and he died and was resurrected again, then what about Jesus? Maybe he was an alien. This is Tila. They call her the warrior goddess or the patron saint of all warriors. And you notice that she's a very voluptuous looking thing.
So there's a sensuality about the toys also.
Yes.
Let me turn this on here. I think I'm getting it too loud. Skeletor, the master of the universe.
And that was one of the videos the FCC forced us to watch. The Federation for a Clean Cosmos said we have to show that re-education film. Oh, absolutely he did. Yeah, no, he totally did.
Hello, Mask for Mask. Did you see that show with Chris Gethard tonight? Oh.
It was great. There was some
great.
great clowning from Juby.
So Juby
and
comes
Hidden
on.
Valley Nance.
Juby comes on. Only red eyes, darkness, scuttles around the audience, stealing things from people. Then brings up the lights.
You have to buy a ticket on ucbcomedy.com. They're like $10. It's not bad, but you have to buy a ticket for ucbcomedy.com.
Ooh, live comedy.
Was this?
What was the yearly show? What gets the?
Well, I think
LG
I know
buck?
what got the yearly show nod.
What?
It went your daddy's painting class. Mary Houlihan, live and in person.
Oh,
yeah, the ticket.
shit.
That's true. The ticket gets you a link that anyone could share and use.
That's
so
also
cool.
True. Oh my God, that's amazing. How was it? It was in Rhode Island?
Yes.
Was it amazing? Is it a
Because Mary was
stand-up
caught in
review?
Providence.
What was the show?
Well, there was Mary Houlihan.
Let's show off Juby though again.
Juby comedy.
Because so this is the first clown.
Oh, I have Juby. Okay, here you go. Juby is a modern, performant, and easy-to-use web framework for Java and Kotlin built upon your favorite web server. Also, my mouse wheel is broken, so...
Counter-programmed by Wizarding Show.
What?
What Wizarding Show counter-programmed Mary?
Is there a, like, dumb...
That would...
Potter thing? Yeah,
Like
it's
a
not...
real
Yeah,
one?
Frankie, what the hell?
Oh. Yeah, but, you know, maybe there are some people who always buy tickets, and maybe we'll all get tickets next time.
Oh, the Harry Potter play.
Oh, ew.
The Cursed Child.
Oh, ew. At the same, like, location?
Here we go.
Gross. That was the worst fucking play I've ever seen. It's like a musical because they have, like, but no one can sing. So there's just, like, random dancing in the middle that doesn't advance the plot and isn't good dancing. Like, it's just kind of basic dancing. And then there's a long sequence in the middle where the two little boys who want to kiss are just, like, sad on staircases for, like, 10 minutes. They don't say things. They're just sad about it. And then at the end, everyone is, like, compet. Like, it's really weird. It's really weird. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. And, like, I read it and I was like, oh, this is nonsense, but it's a play, whatever. Maybe some people think it's good. And then my friend was like, oh my God, like, we have to see it. Or, I have tickets, come see it. And it was so bad. And I've seen a lot of musicals because my mom loves musicals, and I don't like musicals. And this was the worst thing. It was so long and so bad. A bored departure from the original source material. Absolutely. There was so much like
Here's
emo.
a good wizard.
Oh, there's a good wizard. We like this wizard.
Wizard. Harmonic mammal and local wizard Juby seeks to enchant and delight. By harnessing the audience's power, new spells will be created, old bonds will shatter, and someone's bed will get wet. Bring your most loathed object and your most supple mind. And that was at Second City in New York Comedy Festival. And then Jubliander is Juby's Instagram. Justin Hernandez. Julian Hernandez, not Justin. Juby. Duh. One of his things is Strong Force, which is an improv show he does with Austin Castle.
Cute.
Tie to the hip, a dance in the night, soft words to a beat. Mr. Austin humps the wall, a dog in heat. Space to play, science that's gay. Jobs for the city, moans and cries. There's Jube. They're Jubes. What a pity.
Yeah, let's just start doing Wizard with an S
Wizard.
instead of...
Yeah. Wizworld Live.
It's not a musical. That's the thing, is like no one sings. There's just random music length breaks for dancing, but not interesting dancing.
Sensitive
there are
thoughts.
a couple of really, really fun stage
Gigi.
effects.
Chloe Trost.
They do a really cool effect
Tej.
where someone gets like smooshed into the, like sucked up in the phone booth to go to the Ministry of Magic.
I need to bring up that for sensitive thoughts, funny people who are sensitive to your reactions, almost everyone up here has been on that show. Gigi, Chloe Trost, Tej, Julian Hernandez. Every other Thursday.
That's very exciting.
So they're also involved with Havana Club.
I agree.
Oh, absolutely. Getting the first good 9/11 in New York.
But now we're like in like a little kind of like an imp. We're like an imp walking around a forest, a mechanical forest.
We are really on our Sprite shit, you know? I'm in the woods acting up.
Come talk to us. It's like in a video game. Come to us, press A, you're lost. Come
Exactly.
talk to us.
And I got some words for you. It's like
come on.
That was Big Shoes Radio.
Cute.
Which they did, yeah. I mean, they do tons of stuff. They're doing a lot of improv all the time, all over New York City. And here they did Juby Never Dying at Second City. Juby went monthly. It used to be, I guess, weekly. First show on Saturday, June 8th, all summer long. See the show full of immortal clowns.
Ooh, love an immortal clown. Yeah. It was truly enchanting.
No, they didn't advance.
Musical.
Only Simon liked them. Howie hated Chicken Bake.
Howie's...
I mean, Howie sucks, so I'm not surprised. But here we go. This is more Juby. More all the members of Juby.
Incredible.
Clowns roll deep, and I think that's
just the truth.
That's
So,
the truth. But, we
our
also...
second rolling deep
What?
bit
Yeah.
tonight was Nico, our finale,
Yes, Nico Cataneo.
who showed up with the Trash King.
Yes, the Trash King was there, but not as the Trash King.
Trash King from the 24-hour.
From Trash King Comedy and the 24-hour. Yeah, Josh from the Trash King.
And that was very cool.
He played Herbie
Chicken
Hancock,
or
jazz
Chicken
legend
Bake?
Herbie Hancock.
Jazz legend Herbie Hancock.
But he played not jazz, but Fart Crash.
Yes,
Which
was
was car
amazing.
crash sounds and fart sounds.
On one of those electric...
On a keytar.
Keytars. It was amazing.
40 people in their underwear ran around during
Yep.
parts of the set.
Yep. It was like the first half was Nico's like bits or whatever that he like wrote where he's subverting expectations. And then the second half the producers wrote and just like were like, go with it.
Which subverted our expectation that the performer knows what's happening in their set.
It did. And so he kept like following their instructions, like calling out a band.
Yeah.
And being like, and now we expect them to play. And instead they just like sang.
Well, that was in his set.
Opera.
That was his part.
That was very fun. So first, like a full like band comes out, and
The
they're
Third
just, like,
Street
singing
Marching
at
Band.
us with like their brass instruments.
He also brought on Anthony, his friend who's a professional opera singer.
But then it turned out it was a different guy. Amazing.
Yeah.
But then the second half, because
that-
they're like, yeah, there's
yeah.
like 40 people that are gonna like be here. We don't know what they're doing. They all ran out naked.
Yeah.
Just at various points through the second half, just streaming out of the door and then just back around.
Well, and it was revealed, of course, that all of their pants didn't have asses.
Yes. So we saw titties.
And butt.
We saw butt. We saw dick. We did not see hole.
No. But we did see. But when Nico started playing the drums, it led Herbie Hancock Josh to say, "Damn, Unc be caked up."
I'm gonna die. This cat is gonna murder me.
I caused a lot of problems.
I didn't help.
No, you. It was actually all your fault, and I'm glad you acknowledged that.
It was a
and so at one
really
point, Nico
wonderful
put a gun up on the mantle, and then called out, like, in a play, this would be Chekhov's gun, and you'd be expecting the gun to be done. But now that I've said, you expect the gun to go off.
Now you don't.
Now you expect it not to, and the reveal at the end was the gun went in his butt.
Whoa!
And then they did a zoom in on his butthole. Not his hole, but his butt with the gun being put in it. And Kuer Mederico in the chat said, why are we getting a zoom now?
Why?
Why are we getting a zoom? I see. And that does violate FCC guidelines, so we have to play another video, unfortunately, by the FCC. Federation for a Clean Cosmos. I'm so glad you're here, so you can at least tell them if anyone asks you, oh no, yeah, Grand Trivia played, not Grand Trivia, but Radio Free Multiverse played what the FCC required.
Fluval did it.
Is there anything occultic or dangerous about Smurfs?
There are some things about Smurfs that we need to look at. First of all, you'll notice that they're depicted as blue with black lips. And you know what happens to you when you die? You turn blue and your lips turn black. And another thing is that Smurfs is an all-male community. And you say, oh, there's Smurfette, she's a female. Well, in one cartoon, she was depicted as transforming from a male to a female through magical power. And so the only female in the Smurfs is transformed from a male. She was not born a female.
No, what you're telling me then is that even Smurfs carry a homosexual connotation in that most of them are male.
I believe so.
Oh, no. So we can say that Smurfs has gone occultic.
Very much so.
Oh,
Very much so. No, I love his oh no. I do like
Oh, no.
that the shitty right-wing guy still acknowledges Smurfette is female.
Yeah,
He still acknowledges she's female. He's like, she wasn't born female, but she is female.
So you see there's...
So it's gay.
It's gay. But she...
Yeah, he used the correct pronouns. So the right wing can do it. They can use the right pronouns. They just choose not to, like a bunch of schmucks.
Right?
Even Phil Phillips from
It's
Texas
gone
can.
occultic.
Yeah, they went occultic. He also talks about how Gargamel performs real rituals on the Smurfs because he uses a pentagram.
Oh, so that's what makes
Yeah,
it real.
and Phil
Just
Phillips-
like how the 3 fingers means Satan is Lord.
Exactly. And Phil Phillips, who's in that video, also wrote the whole book Turmoil in the Toy Box about the occultic threats of toys.
Damn, Fluval.
What?
That feels like a great companion piece.
I mean, we gotta get it.
To Radio Free Multiverse.
It is. I mean, we have to do readings from it.
Trans women
Oh,
so often
for
say
sure.
that people all of a sudden
For
get
sure.
they them programs when it comes time to using she
Yeah.
her for a trans woman. Yep.
That's so true. And speaking of pronouns,
Yep.
you know a show that didn't really do great with pronouns? Farscape, an Australian-American science fiction television series. And, people probably often ask you, especially if you tell them about, as you should, Sci-Fi Fridays with goddamn Emily Ann and friends, where you all watch Farscape together live right here on Radio Free Multiverse.
And this week for Sci-Fi Fridays, we're going to have a bunch more critters for the cam.
Oh, that's right. We're going to have,
Yeah.
well, not a bunch more, but entirely different critters.
Three entirely different.
Yes, we'll have entirely different
larger,
critters. Larger
much
critters.
Larger.
Yes.
Critters.
Yeah, so definitely tune in this Friday. And if you're
gonna
trying
wanna
to
see
get
these critters,
if
these
you're
are some
trying
good
to
critters.
get, your friends to tune in, and you say, "Hey, we watch Farscape," and they say, "What's Farscape?" Well,
yeah.
we have an answer for you in the form of an anime music video. Here it is.
Farscape. What the frell is that?
Farscape is an Australian-American science fiction television series conceived by Rocky S. O'Bannon and produced by the Jim Henson Company and Hallmark Entertainment, originally for the 9 Network. It premiered in North America on the Sci-Fi Channel Sci-Fi Friday segment on March 19, 1999. At 8 p.m. EST. As the network's anchor series. The Jim Henson Company is credited with the many alien looks, makeup and prosthetics to regular characters on the show. The animatronic puppets Rydell and Pilot were entirely Henson Creature Shop creations. Although the series was planned for 5 seasons, it was abruptly cancelled after production had ended on its 4th season, thus finishing the series on a cliffhanger. Co-producer Brian Henson later secured the rights to Farscape, making it for a 3-hour miniseries. Farscape, The Peacekeeper Wars, which Henson himself directed. In 2007, it was announced that the creator was returning for a web series, though production has been repeatedly delayed. In December 2008, a comic book miniseries was released. In continuity with both the television show and the potential online series, it was announced that the creator was returning for a web series, though production has been repeatedly delayed. In December 2008, a comic book miniseries was released. Farscape is an Australian-American science fiction television series conceived by Rocky S. O'Bannon and produced by the Jim Henson Company and Hallmark Entertainment, originally for the 9 Network. It premiered in North America on the Sci-Fi Channel Sci-Fi Friday segment on March 19, 1999.
So that's what Farscape is. I hope you can
Amazing
show it
clue.
to all the other lowly humans who need to learn what the Frel Farscape is. And thank you to Things from the Void for making the music that served as the base of that AMV. You better. I hope you're still here, Void. Void is not.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to be playing it.
Don't worry, it'll be
lot.
played a whole lot, and it's going to be on our socials tomorrow. And then the FCC is making us put the other videos on our socials as well this weekend. So
Damn, you got through a lot of videos, Fluval.
yeah, that's what happens when there's no trivia.
Wow.
So that happens when there's no trivia and we don't have a ton of things on the schedule. But this weekend, you can, if you're in the Bay Area, you can go to Folsom Street Fair and meet goddamn Emily Ann, where she'll be selling dolls.
That's right.
So if you're in the Bay Area and want to see dicks, you can come to the Folsom Street Fair.
There's a lot of them.
This Sunday.
That's where they all are.
It's where they all are. Yeah, that's this weekend. The suffering
That's
does
this
take up a lot of
weekend.
time, absolutely.
The suffering
And-
takes a lot. 'Cause- 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 'cause-
Intern Forrest can edit a lot of videos.
That is true. I did spend a lot of this week asleep.
Yeah.
From the COVID vaccine, which, while it is annoying, was not remotely as bad as when I got COVID.
That's true. No, don't be like people who say I don't get the COVID vaccine anymore because I was in bed for 3 days, because that's dumb as hell.
And also, COVID can do things to your body that you don't feel.
Oh, well, you don't feel it
as
until
well
you do.
as spread to many other people
Also,
who it can
often
kill.
it's you don't feel it until you do. And
like, I don't know, maybe sometimes you get it 6 times and your lung collapses.
Yeah, maybe that happens to people. Yeah, it can also give you diabetes.
Yeah.
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 Oh, wait, well, that's different, H-Dub.
I mean, it's different when it's, or not that it's different, it's that an issue with people with accessibility is that you do have to plan for how it will hit you.
Oh, for sure.
And for people with chronic illnesses
Yeah,
and weird health, that means that we have to plan for longer. But also for people who have to work every day and aren't given that time off, they're super disincentivized from getting the vaccine, which is horrible. They should be given as much time as they need to deal with.
It's one of the ways that health care is absolutely a class issue. Yeah,
it's so fucked.
Like, it was easy
so
for us to
fucked.
do it because, well, not for me. Don't need it.
Yeah,
I'm beyond any infection. But
yeah.
Intern Forrest works from home and only works half the time because his hours got cut. And
and also, but being,
well, so it was easy for him, and being able-bodied enough. It was easy for him to get over there, and
it was also
California.
It was also easy to avoid high COVID risk.
Right. Yeah.
Before getting it up to that point,
For
just
sure.
because of the nature of like my job and like etc. Where I was like, okay, like, I know that I want to get it before Folsom, and I have a bunch of indoor like events coming up. I am going to want
That's
to,
part
like,
of why
have
it was
because I'll be like interacting with so many people.
And that's
Whereas,
so
like,
true.
Before I was like, okay, well, like all my fairies are going to be outside for a while. Like I have all these things to do. Like,
and wanting to get it when it would be close enough to the indoor fairs that it would be at maximum effectiveness when we were there.
yeah, exactly. With all of this like real suffering, all of that suffering meter is taken up and can't be devoted to Fluval.
Yeah, I mean, I hate it. I want top shelf suffering. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I got both at the same time.
No, I want to dole out top tier suffering like I'm the rich kid at a college party who is going around with a bottle of Grey Goose, pouring it for people.
That was a good guy.
I didn't know him.
He gave me Grey Goose.
Sounds like it. Is there anything else? I mean, we didn't talk about the sets equally, but also just because stand-up is like harder to talk about because like I don't want to give away their punchlines and stuff. But Josh Gondelman was very good. He had a very good joke about being a male WNBA fan.
Which Makers Fair?
I've been to the Maker Fair before.
What's the Maker Fair?
It was Make Magazine's fair.
Oh, the one with all the cool things,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
is it still around?
It's back.
That shit's like next level.
Yeah, I think he was on the Farallon Islands this time though, unfortunately.
He did
Hamburger.
play the drums though, and he was really good at it.
Not Neil Hamburger. Hamburger Jones is good on the drums. That's right. There's multiple.
Gondelman was also so good.
He was so good.
Adorable jokes, wonderful jokes. He had a trans joke.
Oh no, it's on Mare Island.
adorable.
It's on Mare Island. It's on the Mare Island Naval Shipyard, so it's just a Vallejo now. That's easy to get to. But yeah, Intern Forrest went.
There's no way, not this year. But
we're not doing that. We can't do that.
Future.
Intern for. Wait, in San Francisco? Wait, what? Oh, it used to be SF. Yeah, it used to be SF. And Intern Forrest went when it was in SF, and it was so good. He saw Adam Savage speak.
Ooh.
And then he posted on his Instagram a whole bunch of photos from it so that he can try to track down after he's done working on this show and trying to not get mauled by studio cats. And yeah, it was that show. I mean, it's always it's always a fun show. And it's been pretty reliably good. I think so. Definitely check it out. I mean, especially if you want to see some cool clowning, because I think it's really one of the few ways that people who don't live in New York can get a lens onto the clownaissance happening in New York. You know, like there's not many other ways to get that sort of great long form view of clowning from New York unless you live there. Look, Intern Forrest did have friends recently in New York, and I was like, and he was like, I want to tell them to go see clown shows, but they won't like it. You know?
Who does he know that he thinks won't like it?
Our friends who were just in New York.
Oh no, they would not like it.
Yeah.
No.
All the friends who keep going to New York are the ones who would not want to see clown shows.
No, these are friends who I took them to a stand-up show once on the day that Joan Rivers died.
Yes.
And they got some very milquetoast critique of the fact that they were wearing Converse and never went to another comedy show.
To be clear, the comic was very upfront of I am roasting everyone in the crowd.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't only them; it was everyone.
Like they didn't know before coming out that night.
No.
No. we didn't know. I could have guessed, but I didn't anticipate it being
as big a deal.
Yeah,
but that was the last time they used to go more often and then never went again.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I think is that everything for this show? We played the mandated videos.
We've played the mandated videos.
We played the fun video I actually wanted to show.
I've done my best to...
Oh, it's not our fault
sign
at all.
up for a fair that I forgot to sign up for.
Did you sign up for day 2 of the other fair?
That's what I'm doing now.
When did it close?
It's in Vallejo. It's still open.
Oh, you're
it's
fine
still
then.
open. I'm still good. I have preferred it. So it's in Vallejo.
The Grimoire.
The Grimoire Academy. Which has been historically my best.
Well,
besides the other Folsom Street Fair one.
It's been your best fair where you don't see someone's ass eaten out.
Yeah. And so that
hopefully
was like pretty great. And I've been there twice, and both times I did really well, and that was year after year, and they just opened up a second day. Apparently bitches in Vallejo like are used to driving places, and they're used to there not being like super weird shit right next to them.
Yeah, and it's at the
way it is in most of the of other parts of the Bay Area. Like they're used to like not being like, oh, I walked outside and bumped into my local coven down the street that has orgies, though I guess you have to walk a little further to get to them.
And it's at the Solano County Fairgrounds, so it's
where the
right.
witch's house is okay.
It's right next to
Did it get flooded?
Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, so you could also sneak in a little theme park after.
That is
buying
true.
some occult, cool, gothy
That
goods.
is true, but they opened up the second day, so everyone's been talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm on a few group chats now. It's very exciting.
Yes, it's very exciting.
Everyone's very cool and nice.
Yes, they are, and you should be there too. Just like you should join us on Friday for Sci-Fi Fridays with goddamn Emily Ann and friends, where they're gonna watch Farscape with new animal friends.
I'll be hanging out with animal friends. Oh, I might be packaging incense sticks.
Oh.
Because I will be doing the finishing of them, because I came up with a whole new product yesterday, but it would need the sticks. So
Wait, you did?
yes.
Cool.
But that's what's so great
That
about
rules.
my friend with all these creatures, the Infernal Farmhouse, get her candles and scents. Because I was just like, and she's like, well, I am leaving midday on Friday. And I was like, what if I finish them? And she's like, yes, also, can you watch my dog? Yes. There's 3 of them. They're the best.
They're the best dogs.
They're really the best. I'm so excited for you to see them. They all have cute little stories.
Yeah.
They're the sweetest. There's a Pitty who I love.
Who thinks he's a lap dog?
He thinks he's a lap dog, and there's nothing better than a Pitty that thinks he's a lap
Also,
dog.
if Intern Forrest is on camera, it'll be a rare hatless stream because that dog hates men in hats.
Yeah, no, does not like men in hats. but just the sweetest
Oh,
dog.
it's the sweetest dog.
Yeah, such a sweet pitty.
And then there's a husky.
And a husky with 2 different color eyes. Beautiful.
And then a little one.
A little one.
A little muddy
'Cause
one.
They had the little muddy one.
But then they had a child.
And then they had a child. And they're like, the child requires a hellhound of their own. And so they got the pity for the child.
I
Adorable.
believe the pity is a rescue.
Yes, of course.
They're all rescues. One very literally.
Well, yeah, and then they're like, great, 2 dogs for the 2-bedroom apartment with 2 adults and a child in it. Perfect amount of creature to space ratio, right?
Yeah.
No, because when you're a vendor and drive up and down California every fucking week, you just find dogs.
Oh, that makes sense, H-Dub.
So that was like, exactly. Yeah. That's what they think. Because they got him, like, pretty young, and they're, like, they have suspicions, like, about how he was treated, but he's otherwise, like, been so mild always.
And I've even had hats on around him before, and sometimes he doesn't care, but...
Yeah.
I'm just not going to bother.
This beautiful husky with 2 different colored eyes just circling a road sign in Modesto.
Hometown of George Lucas, creator of Star Wars.
Yeah, which is the only dog she has found and picked up on the side of the road. She's picked up all the dogs that she's seen on the side of the road.
But
the only one that didn't have a person.
Yeah.
Who, like, was looking for that dog. Yeah. So they ended up just being those people.
Modesto is an abandoned dog. That's right. That's why I had Chewbacca.
They were like, yeah, down here in Modesto, like, she was probably, like, a breeder dog. Like, they were clearly trying to make something fancy looking, because she's, like...
Oh, look, I'm just
husky,
telling you.
But also, like, kind of German Shepherdy.
If there's a bright center of the galaxy, Modesto is the place it's farthest from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I'm so stoked.
I'm very stoked, too. And you know what I'm also stoked about?
But I'll be making stuff for Folsom or packaging incense.
October starts in your dimension next week. And so next week is October 1st on Grand Trivia. So it will be horror trivia, horror movie trivia 3. Trivia all about your favorite horror movies. Horror. And I will desperately try not to say horror movies. And we'll see you next week. We have your coordinates.
Attention! Attention! And now we welcome to the grand trivia stage our great leader, our grand aquarium emperor, the trivia master of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome Grand